guys, this is a Transformer Gundam. Just wanted to do a quick video doing the unboxing of this very awesome kit, the Master Grade Sinanju. I'm very excited, so let's get right into this. First off, a little bit of background behind this kit. This kit came out all the way back, as you can see, in 2013. And this was a kit that I remember drooling over as a kid. I thought it was so badass looking, but I never picked it up because I thought that it would be too hard for me to build, and it was also a bit out of my price range. But as you can see here, this kit goes for around $70, which is retail price. However, if you saw my last video, you know that I didn't actually pay that price for this kit because I got this from Hobby Lobby for about $45. So yeah, if you missed my last video, definitely go check it out. Kind of explain more in detail about what's going on with Hobby Lobby, how you can find awesome kits like this. Now, one thing I didn't notice when I bought this kit was, unfortunately, this kit has a big cut going through the box. Don't worry, I already checked the content and everything's there, so everything's fine. I just never noticed this before when I was buying the kit, so that kind of sucks, but not a huge deal because most likely I won't keep the box anyways. So, taking a quick look here at the front of the box, it is beautiful. Love this artwork here. And then of course on the side it says MS. Well, I can't really see that because it's getting covered here, but I believe it says it down here. So here it is, MSN-06S Sinanju, which of course comes from Gundam Unicorn. So there's the Gundam Unicorn logo right there, telling you that it does come from this series, Gundam Unicorn. And it is, of course, the main protagonist mobile suit from that show. It is piloted by, honestly, I don't remember. I did watch the show, but I don't believe I ever actually finished it. I know it was one of the famous Shark clones, so you can always tell me down in the comment below who is the pilot of this mobile suit, but I know it is one of the Shark clones. Anyways, let's take a look here at the side of the box. It just shows the number, so MSN-06S Sinanju, of course, Neo Xeon mobile suit customized for new types. So it is specifically made for new types, which actually I did not know that, so that is a very cool fact. Of course, this comes from the Master Grade line, and since this is a re-release, it does have the blue Bandai logo there. Then turning the box to the side here, we of course get the usual product shots of the kit, showing off the weapons, some of the action poses, and some other things that I can't read in Japanese, of course. And it does show some screenshots from the actual show. So there's that. There is a picture of the pilot, which I believe was it full frontal? Was that the name of the pilot? I might be wrong, but yeah, so there is the pilot there, and then just showing some more product shots of the kits, like the backside, some of the other weapons. It looks like it does come with a plethora of beam type weaponry, which is pretty cool to see. And then of course this side is the same as the other side, and then finally on the back, just get more shots of the kit in various action poses, showing off some of the marking decals, which of course this kit comes with a good enough amount for all the gold details there. And then I'm not too sure if this is what it would look like out of the box or just another shot of the kit. Or it might be showing the fact that the bazooka maybe extends. I'm not 100% sure there. And oh, I'm sorry, here is a out of box look. So this is what the kit would look like out of the box there. And since, of course, since it is a re-release, they took off the Japanese yen price, which honestly, I don't understand why they did that. Might be from a business standpoint. I don't know. Either way, it does kind of suck because it was always nice to see the retail price down there at the bottom. So anyways, that's about it for the box. So let's crack this thing open and see what we got inside. All right, so since this box is so big, I have to kind of go at it at a different angle here. So let's open the box here. There we go. And we're good with obviously a lot of runners. So let's get into them. Okay, and here's everything out of the box. So we'll get a total of 13 bags and a total of 17 runners. So let's get a look at each one. So going in no particular order, let's open up the first bag and see what we got. All right, so let's get this out of the way. Here is the main event, the gold decal sheets. Now these are, of course, water slides, and we do get the option of regular stickers as well. So I'm trying to decide if I want to try to use these. I know using bigger water slides like these might be a little bit difficult, but man, these do look good, and just look at how they shine in the light. But yeah, we get a lot of details here. Obviously, as I said, all the gold details will be either water slides, regular stickers, or you can go in and paint it yourself. Unfortunately, I don't have that skill or really that kind of time to do it, so I'll likely have to resort to these or the stickers, which I'll bring out a little bit later. But let me know in the comments, do you think I should use these water slides, or would I be better off sticking with the regular stickers? And then getting into the other runners here, we get the J plate, which looks like it's mostly just gun parts. And I believe that's it, it's just all gun parts. And then we get the, let's see, this is runner E, and this looks like it is shield parts and parts for the legs. So not the most exciting runners in the world, but let's go on to the next one. Grabbing the next bag, looks like we have a single runner in here, so let's go ahead and slice it open. See what we got. It looks like we got some more decals as well, so let's get started with that. Looks like these are more water slide decals, so that's cool to see. And these are just mostly just a lot of the smaller details, a lot of the caution warning stickers, and just some other just detail stickers if you want to add it to the kit. Ooh. Oops, sorry about that. I know this isn't the most professional unboxing in the world, but going on here, it looks like we get runner A. So this is the A plate, which is kind of surprising because on most A kits, or on most A plates, that's usually the most colorful plate on the Gundam, on a Gunpla kit. But in this case, we get a single, I'd say, yeah, it is a black A plate. So we get parts for the shield, parts for the shoulder, and parts for the chest, it looks like. And then yeah, here is what that chest detail looks like. So obviously all of that is going to be covered with one of these lovely stickers here, so you can see there. This is etched in, so it should look nice, but and that would make painting it a little bit easier, but still, if you're not a professional, that is going to be very hard to paint. So yeah, and then you can see all the other etched in details there. So looks like that's going to be for the, I believe, shoulder or knee. I'm not 100% sure. We get some more etched in detail here as well. Trying to get the focus so you can see that. And over here as well. So that looks very nice. Again, if you are skilled enough or have the patience, you can pick all that detail out with a gold paint or a gold marker. So that'll look very good, regardless if you use paint or if you use the stickers. So anyways, that's all it for this runner here. Let's move on to the next one. All right, bringing the next one, looks like we do get some clear parts, so that should be fun. So let's open this up and get into that. So here we go. Looks like no decals in this bag. And let's take a look at this. Looks like this is all of, well, maybe not all of the beam weaponry, but we do get a good amount of it here, like this awesome translucent yellow for the giant sword. It kind of reminds me of the energy blade from Halo, especially with the shape of it, but it looks really cool. As you can see, it's got some really nice etched in like energy details in there. And then we get more of a, I guess, classic looking beam saber, but it does have a wicked looking edge to it. So it's not like a standard beam saber. It's got like a little jagged edges. Again, some more nice etched in detail there. Oh, and this is, of course, runner 0, or not 0, O. So there's that. And then we get some just joint parts here. This is N. So this is the end plate or runner, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, so it looks like this is going to be mostly inner frame parts for the legs, for the waist, and probably for the chest. And there's some arms as well. So Here's a start of some of the inner frame parts. So that's what I have for this, and let's move on to the next one. All right, moving right along to the next bag. Let's go ahead and take a look here and see what we got. Let's see, I don't think I made that cut good enough, so let's try that again. There we go. And here we go. Let's see what we got here. And this is very interesting. Let's see what's in this yellow bag here. So it looks like, I believe, yeah, these are springs. So we get some springs in here. Very interesting. I'm not too sure if they're going to be using these for like the hoses on the kit. But yeah, I was not expecting this. So get some very nice bendable springs in here. Be very interested to see what these are used for. And then we get another plate or runner. I don't know, we've kind of been going back and forth calling it plate and runner. But it looks like this is combined under a P1 and P2, so that's very interesting to see. And it looks like we mostly get more gun parts here. So it looks like this is probably for the bazooka. And yeah, this thing's gonna be wicked looking. Looks like it's gonna be pretty big once it's all finished as well. So yeah, as I said, looks like mostly bazooka parts, maybe a few joint parts as well. But not too much going on with this plate. So let's move on to the next one. All right, looks like we get some more red parts here. So let's take a look. And see if I can get a good cut here. Looks like that's gonna be good enough. And here we go. Looks like this is plate D. I think for now on, for the rest of the video, I decided I'm just gonna call these plates instead of runners, just to make it less confusing for you and for myself. So here is plate D, and looks like we get into some of the meat of the armor parts here. So we get armor parts. Looks like this is, I want to say probably the waist or maybe chest parts. I'm not too sure. I know this for sure is waist. Here we get a look at parts for the head unit. And probably looks like these are going to be for the shoulders and some other cool looking armor bits here. And yeah, so it looks like we're just starting to get into some of the armor parts. Here's the giant fin for our commander fin for the head. Looks very wicked here. I love that angular look at the top there, so that looks very cool. So yeah, that's about it for this one. Let's move on. All right, looks like we get some more clear parts or translucent parts. So let's take a look at those. Although, honestly, this kind of looks like a duplicate. I want to say this is, because I believe we already took a look at these. So this, let me bring the other one back in, but I believe these are, yeah, these are exactly the same. So here, let me turn this around here. Yeah. So we get, I guess, 2 sets of energy effect parts. And I believe this is also the same runner that we already looked at before that came in that same bag, runner N. And I just realized I went back to calling it runner when I said I was gonna call it plates. Anyways, just deal with me here, guys. But yeah, again, I guess this is just duplicate, which makes sense because it contains the other leg parts. So, I mean, if, you know, if you're gonna have one leg inner frame, you obviously have to have the other leg inner frame. So yeah, here's the inner frame for the other leg parts. Looks like legs. I said this was waist, but maybe that's not waist. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe this is ankle. Again, I'm not sure. We get some more arm parts. But yeah, I guess I'll find out as I'm building this. Curious to see how many extra parts there are. They'll tell us in the manual, so we'll take a look at that once we get to the manual. So again, we already took a look at this runner here. It's just gonna be more inner frame parts, and let's move on. Okay, on to the next bag. Looks like we get some more armor bits here, so let's take a look at that. So, let's see here. Something else I realized, when I talked about there being 17 plates, I got that from looking at the instruction manual, but I didn't account for the duplicate plates, so there might actually be more than 17 in this kit here. And it looks like these are, as I mentioned earlier, more duplicate parts. So we get 2 F plates here, containing more armor pieces. Looks like it's going to be a lot for the probably legs and arms, or maybe this is all arm parts. So yeah, there's the giant shoulder armor here. And yeah, this is gonna be arm. So I want to say these are gonna be armor here. So armor. Try saying that super fast. But anyways, yeah. So we get duplicate runners here, and yeah, let's move on. All right, looks like we got more of the inner frame parts in here. So this would be very exciting to take a look at. So let's see if I can get into this. There we go. And just share the rest of it. All right, and see what we got. So yeah, always very exciting taking a look at the inner frame. Always very interested to see how it all goes together, especially the inner frame. Always the most fun part for me when building a master grade kit, just seeing all the ingenuity put into the inner frame. Always very cool. So anyways, so this is plate K. And as I said, looks like it's gonna be inner frame parts. So we get the waist, looks like parts for the chest. And yeah, I wanna say this is mostly just waist and chest inner frame parts. And we get this 2-bit. I wonder if these springs will end up going around here maybe. I'm not too sure, but that's one thing that I'm thinking. I could be 100% wrong, but I guess I'll find out. So inner frame parts, this is plate K, and this is plate L, as you can see. So we get inner frame parts for the shield, which I didn't even know about the shield would have an inner frame, so that's cool. And we get, I'm not too sure what these are for, maybe for the giant thrusters on the back. I'm not 100% sure. And we get more parts, looks like these are probably gonna be for the knees. And probably, looks like this is gonna be head. Yeah, so this is for sure for to be the head inner frame. We get all the individual finger parts, so that's gonna be fun to put together. And yeah, so it looks like it's gonna be mostly shield, head, fingers, and maybe backpacks. I want to say this is probably for the backpack. So yeah, there's that. It looks like there's going to be a lot of ball joints in here as well. So there you go. Let's move on. Okay, getting into some of the smaller bags here. Let's take a look and see what we got here. Looks like it's going to be more armor bits. And if I had to guess, this is probably going to be for the legs. And I want to say these are going to be duplicate runners. And as you can see, they are going to be duplicates. So we get runner or plates G. And yeah, so we get 2 duplicates. And as I said, this is going to be, oh, I said legs, but I might be wrong about that. This is either going to be for the arms. Yeah, because I think this is going to be too small to be like thigh armor pieces. So I want to say this is going to be arm pieces. Yeah, looks like it. And or maybe this is for legs. So it's either going to be armor bits for the arms or legs. So yeah, just more duplicate plates here. Not much else to say, so let's move on. Okay, we got a bunch of small bags here, so let's just go ahead and open all these out once. So there we go. Looks like we get some white bits for, looks like the giant boosters in this bag. So let's take a look at that first. Get this open here. There we go. So this is going to be plates I and more duplicates here. So yep, it's going to be mostly for the backpack, the giant boosters here. And yeah, not much else to say about that. Let's move on to the next one here. Looks like we get, looks like this is going to be all just booster parts here. And maybe those don't look like joints. I want to say this is going to be all just thrusters and booster bits in here. So let's take a look at that. Open this here. All right. And let's see here. Out here. So yeah, this is going to be more duplicates. Looks like there's going to be H. So as I said, looks like mostly just thrusters and boosters. It looks like there's going to be a ton in here. Unless these are for maybe the fingers. I don't know. But we get a bunch of round bits here. And yeah, so very interested to see what all these are going to be used for. And then we get one more small little bag here. Looks like we get a bunch of yellow parts and some more translucent parts. So let's take a look at that. This is going to be, looks like the B plates. And come on. Ooh, this is very interesting. It's like,
it's a different translucent than the other translucent that we looked at, because this is more of a translucent yellow, well, I'm sorry, green, while all the energy effects were a translucent yellow. So I want to say this looks like it's going to be the cockpit, and this is like a very, I don't know, interesting translucent, because it's green, but it's not like here, let's see if I can bring in. Oh god, I got runners everywhere. Okay, bring in these just to compare the difference. You can see this is definitely more of like a yellow translucent, or this is more of a clear translucent, but with like a hint of green in it. So yeah, you can kind of see the difference there. Very interesting, and I don't know, I really like this. This is very cool looking. And then we get, looks like all the different little yellow bits on the kit. Very glad to see this all in plastic. I don't believe we get, yeah, so all this is in plastic. We don't have to worry about any stickers for all the tiny yellow details. On a high grade, I'd imagine most of this would be stickers, but very happy to see this is all going to be in plastic. So yeah, that's about it for that. And it looks like we have one more bag, so let's take a look at that. All right, final bag looks like it's going to be more joint parts, so let's get into that. So let's cut into this here, and there we go. So yeah, see all these duplicates. Looks like it. So we get the M plates containing. Ooh, okay. It looks like it's gonna be some weapon parts here, some arm parts. I'm not too sure if this is probably maybe the backpack or waist. I'm not 100% sure. Some smaller parts up here, and yeah. So as I said, these are duplicates, so it's gonna be exactly the same here. And that ought to do it. The last thing in the box here is the sticker sheet. So this is the regular sticker version, depending if you want to use the water slides or the stickers here. Honestly, these look very nice as well, and the good thing about these is it has the black detail on already, you know, on the sticker, which should make it putting the sticker a little bit easier on compared to these, which is just the gold trim. So you're gonna have to make sure you line this up perfectly with the edge details that I mentioned earlier. And yeah, these bigger water slides are definitely a bit challenging to put on, so this would definitely be a lot easier. And I mean, these look really good as well. So I don't know, again, let me know, should I just use the regular stickers or should I attempt these water slides? Obviously the water slides are gonna look a little bit nicer, but they're definitely gonna be a lot harder to put on. So, but there you go, you can see the difference between regular stickers, water slides. And then it looks like we also get some dry transfer in here as well. So we get some number options and some smaller details, which is gonna be dry transfer. So we get all the options. We get water slides, dry transfers, and just these standard stickers here. So yeah, that is very cool to see. The last thing is, of course, the manual. So let's take a look at that next. All right, so here is the giant booklet that is the manual for the Master Grade Sinanju. So a lot to go through here, so let's get into it. First thing that I'm interested in is seeing the parts count here and seeing if we have any parts that are not used. So you can see it lays out everything nicely here. Looks like, so the X's you see here, that means these are parts that are not used. So at least on the P plate, there is one part that's not going to be used. And let's see, what else we have here. Looks like, what is this? This is the H plate. Looks like there's going to be a bunch of little bits that are not going to be used on the H plate. And anything else worth noting here? Doesn't look like it. So it looks like most of the parts on this kit are going to be used, minus a few bits on the H plate and one little bit here on the P plates. So let's go back here because there was some really cool looking artwork here. Some shots of the anime, shots of the kits, and then I love seeing this, the line art, which shows you all the decal placements. Of course, all in Japanese, and newer releases, all this would be in English. So since this is an older kit, it's going to be Japanese, but you can still easily follow the instructions here. And then here is the parts kit, our parts list already mentioned earlier. A little guide on how you cut the parts off the sprue if you don't already know. And then, of course, we get into the instruction manual itself. So starting off, we build the body first, then we get into the head. Then moving on, looks like we get into the arms. And yep, so right arm, left arm, then we get into legs, legs. And then here's a nice color page here to kind of break things up here. It shows the painting guide in case you want to paint this kit, and if you want to paint your little, again, I believe this guy is full frontal, so if you want to paint your full frontal, you can do that. Again, I don't have that kind of skill to paint these tiny little figures here, but some people do, so if you do, more kudos to you. Just some more color shots of the kit. Most likely there's going to be images I already saw on the box, and then showing off a little bit of the inner frame with that nice gold trim. So it's going to look really good once that's finished. And then we get some more kits in the lineup. So we got the Sinanju Stein, the Unicorn, the Banshee, the Sazabi, and the new Gundam. So there you go. And then going back into the instructions, so looks like it's going to be waist, and then we get into the backpack. So there's the backpack, then we get weapons, more weapons. Looks like it's gonna have plenty of weapons to go around, and I think we're almost done here. So more weapons, and it would have been nice if this came with an action base, but I don't see one included in here. But it does show that yes, you can put it on an action base with the included adapter. And some more nice line art with, I guess, more decal placements. Probably for, if I had to guess, is going to be mostly the water slides and maybe the drag transfer decal placements. So there you go. And you can see 27, so it looks like this is 27 pages. And then here's the back side, showing some more nice pictures of the kit, most likely painted by professional. And there you go. There's a little cutout thing here. Again, don't really know what that's for, but I'm sure it's for promotion for Gundam Unicorn or something like that. So anyways, that's about it for that. A really big kit, a lot of runners here, very exciting stuff. And as I mentioned earlier in my last video, let me know if you want to see a let's build. As I said, if I do a let's build, I'll probably most likely do it in parts. So honestly, I'll probably just follow the order of the instruction manual. So it started with the chest and head, so I'll probably just do that in the first part, build a chest and head. Second part will be building the arms. Arms and waist, maybe depending on how long it takes to build the arms. And then next part will probably just be doing the legs, because it looks like the legs will take a while to build. And then probably finishing it off with the backpack and weapons. So anyways, make probably about a 4 or 5 part series of just putting this kit together. But as I said, if you are interested, let me know. I still got to finish building my RX-78 F00 high mobility type. I did start to panel line it, but I haven't really made too much progress on it for my last video. Been very busy with school. So anyways, that's about it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, so don't forget to give this video a like, leave a comment if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell, do all the good YouTube stuff, and join the Discord. I'll put links to that in the description below. And again, excuse my audio, I know it's not the best, still trying to figure that out, but for the time being, this is what I'll have to work with. So yeah, anyways, I've been talking long enough. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.